Hey gang, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to play better with ball in hand. Now, there is always, not always, there's usually more than one way to run a rack. But I'm going to show you a couple opportunities that will make your probability of running out much higher. What you should be going for, what your goal is as a player running racks, is to have a bunch of easy shots. So I'm going to show you how to get yourself through some racks more aggressively sometimes, more conservatively other times. Okay gang, what we have here is what is basically an easy out that a lot of players would make difficult. One of the things that drives me nuts is a guy blows his run out and I ask him, well, what about such and such a ball? And he says, oh, I was going to get to it. Well, if you were going to get to it, why are you racking? Okay? Get to it now. You've got ball in hand. Don't waste it. What is our problem here? The 5's on the short rail. I don't like that too much, but it puts us naturally on the 3. The 4 is in the middle of the table. The 2's in the middle, practically in the pocket. The 2 is going to put us on the 8. We know that. But we only have a very small zone where we can make this 7 ball. And that's okay. We have ball in hand. One of the things you can do is put the cue ball there, make the 7, the 5, the 3, use the 4 to transition up table, and then you're out. But you don't need the 4 to transition up table. This ball is sitting there 6 inches from the pocket. So you can take this free shot on the 4 ball here, shoot it with follow. And by the way, if you can't follow this and just touch it to the rail, then you take it and you shoot the 7 ball first. But I think most of you have that shot. You're going to get on the 7. You're good everywhere from here over on the 7 ball. And that's a very easy follow shot. Like I said, if you're not comfortable enough to hold this ball up here, which is pretty elementary, then you shoot the 7 first and then you'll have to make the 4 later. I like this run. I'm going to just stun this right there. And now use the 5 to get on the 3, as we talked about earlier. No special English on any of these shots, guys. I'm just shooting follow on each one of these. And this one, I can just stop it there. I put a little bit of draw on it. And now I just tap this one in and we're on the 8. If you chose to use the draw that I talked about, you don't want to come back too far. I just wanted to get a little bit closer to the ball because why not? And just tap this in and we're on the 8 ball. So anytime you have those situations, recognize the problem, take care of it. A lot of players, I give you ball in hand on that rack, you're shooting all of this stuff down here, all this stuff over here, and you think you're going to get on the 7, and you never make it there. You're scooping it up with the rack at the end of the game. Don't do it. Find those problems. I have a very small zone. Don't assume you're going to get position on it. Okay, gang, you are on the low balls. You have ball in hand. What do? Interesting problem. Good players don't care. You're out. 3, 5, 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 5, 3, 8. It doesn't matter. We're going to be out. But intermediate players, even advanced players, you should increase your odds of running out anytime you can. Just because it's an easy layout and you could run them in any order right now. You could run these in rotation probably if you're a decent player and not have any problems at all. But this video is all about increasing your odds of running out. So we have ball in hand. What do? We definitely don't want to shoot the 5 first. Why? It doesn't naturally put us on any other ball. These are both good key balls and we want to work one end of the table and then the other. So what do we do with our ball in hand? Let's take care of this 3 because it's the only ball that is being blocked by other balls. That's an easy way to find out what you should do with ball in hand? Is there a cluster I need to deal with? Is there a ball that's being blocked by other balls? Is there a ball that can only go from certain angles? Those are the ones you want to take care of. Now you ask the question, or maybe you don't, do I play it in the side or do I play it in the corner? Well, let's look at both situations. If I play it in the side pocket and then I have to get on the 5 ball, it's not an issue. I can get on the 5 all day. But what have I done to myself here? I've gotten a situation where if I come off of this rail, I may collide with the 12 ball, and suddenly my layup, my easy run out, has become that much more difficult. Remember, it's not about what we can do, it's about increasing the odds of running out. So what do we do here? We make it impossible for that 12 ball or any other ball to get in our way, and we can run this all the way down to the cushion and give ourselves a beautiful angle to come back up table. This is no English on this. Actually, I put a little bit of left on this. But because we got below the ball on the short rail, it's very easy to come up table. In fact, if we get behind it like we did and have a back cut, we can get just about anywhere on the table with that shot. I could have got a lot closer to the 2. I could have come around for a ball here. Anything we wanted to do. So by playing that ball the way we did, we increased our odds a lot as far as running out the rest of the table. Now here, some of you might not still be out, but we're going to just shoot a draw shot here on the 2. And now we can just follow the 4 ball, don't scratch. If you're not being lazy like I was, you can give yourself an angle on the 4 and put yourself over there. That would be the proper thing to do, guys. Big mistake I will warn you advanced players about, and you already know it. Some of these runouts are so easy for you, you get lazy and you do things like that. I'm going to be out anyway. Yes, you're going to be out anyway until that one time when it really, really matters, and then something stupid happens. Don't get lazy on those shots, okay? I should have left myself an angle that would allow me to come out and get on the 8 ball, but make sure you're paying attention and shoot every one of them as if everything counts on that one shot. Anyway, this one is my favorite. We're playing 8 ball. We have the low balls. Our opponent has blocked the pocket. I love when people block the pockets. You know why? Because it doesn't make a difference. I'm either going to make both balls, D you up, knock your ball out of the way. So many bad things are going to happen if you block pockets against advanced players. Nothing good is going to happen. Advanced players don't care. So, we've got ball in hand, which makes this even worse for the stripes. Stripes are a long shot from here, even though there's more low balls on the table. Why? Because we can do 3 things. We could put the cue ball here and shoot that way, which I don't advise at all. You're jacked up over the 12, you don't have control over the cue ball, you're not naturally getting on any other shot. I don't like that shot at all. Conservative route would be take your ball in hand, put it here, and play a billiard off of the 5 and knock his 12 in the pocket. Now, the downside of this is, even though what we left him is a mess, and by the way, nobody's making anything from here, we don't have full control over our 5 ball, okay? We shot a decent shot here, could even have left it there, but the 5, who knows what's going to happen to it, especially if you overhit it, which a lot of people will do. So that's a problem. The other problem is, even though we left him a really messy situation, people get lucky. He might make something, especially APA, he might just slam the hell out of them and something falls. He might change the layout of the table, cluster things up. A lot of bad things can happen. How do you keep people from getting lucky? Write this down, guys. How do you keep people from getting lucky? You don't let them shoot. So, I have this situation, I've got ball in hand. If I give myself the world's easiest bank shot here, just make the 5, The 5 is in the pocket, and all I have to do is run out from here. The only other challenge is getting on this 3, which we're going to do right here. Didn't even have to draw that. I'm just greedy. We're going to use the 9 to stop the cue ball. So we're going to nudge the 9 right here. Stops our cue ball for us. We stun this off the rail. And we can just roll this down and get right behind the 8. Just like that. And it is a wrap. And I don't mean like a stupid rap like Drake. I mean like a rap like Public Enemy. So we are out. Your layout's probably going to be different, but if you have a situation like that, you've got ball in hand, give yourself an easy bank shot. We just lob it in, and you're out. So I know these bank shots are not as easy for all of you, but those back banks, those crosses, are not difficult at all. A little bit of high left, the ball is in the pocket. And you know what else? If you miss it, you still left him with a situation where he's going to have to run out. And he did not have, I mean, it wasn't difficult, but he did not have a layup running out. I like the low balls in that situation just about against anybody. So keep an open mind, be creative, find these situations when they occur. Don't be afraid to take your ball in hand and shoot a safety. Nobody takes their ball in hand and shoots safeties. You should do it, guys. Pros do it constantly. The other thing is, don't be afraid to take your ball in hand and give yourself a bank shot if it makes sense. Have a great day. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit that little bell, the notification. Stop asking me about videos I already produced. You missed it because you didn't have the little bell up there. And you know what? They don't stay up forever. I take a lot of them down. So you're missing some things that was up and then I brought it down. Gatorade. You Gatorade people better call me soon before Monster gives me a sponsorship.
Oh, are we on the air?